Hello and welcome to Learning from Lauren. Sorry, I had a tough time getting it started. It kept signing me out and then it was asking for the host to let me in. And guess what? I'm the host. I am Lauren from Learning from Lauren. I am a travel advisor. I am also a teacher and I have been a teacher for 21 years. And I decided to start this channel because people who are becoming travel agents, let me tell you, as a teacher, I see a lot of holes in the process. And there's a lot of things that you need help with that no one's going to help you. That's that independent piece that you need to do. So I am here to give you some content to help you out when you're becoming a travel agent, thinking about becoming a travel agent, or just have become a travel agent. So, on today's show, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about finding your agency. Now, there's lots of different ways to look at this because you might want to be like completely independent. So, this is only for people who want to become a travel agent that's going to work with a travel agency. So when you work with a travel agency, let me tell you, there are thousands out there. There are some in the United States, there are some outside of the United States. There are some that specialize in certain locations and others that are just full-fledged travel agencies. There are some travel agencies that their goal is to book groups, and all they do is groups, and then they go with those groups to make sure that they work out. So it kind of depends on what kind of travel agent you want to be. And that would be my first step is like, what is it that you want to sell? Like, what is the thing that was like, oh my gosh, I want to become a travel agent? What is that destination? What is that location? That's what you're going to, and then you're going to look for agencies. Guess what? You're going to use that fun thing called the internet and you're going to Google like cruising agencies, cruising travel agencies, cruising travel agents that sell cruising, things like that. You might look on social media, you might look in Google, you might, however it is that you want to search for it, that's what you're going to do. And then from there, I'm not going to maybe necessarily tell you all the steps from there because some of it's a little intuitive, but I'm going to tell you some things to watch out for in those travel agencies. If a travel agency is saying, oh, if you pay this money, then you can become a travel agent with us, and they don't interview you, they don't meet you, they don't talk to you, they don't vet you in any way, they're just looking for your money. Do not use those. Okay. There are lots of companies out there that'll make it all sound super amazing. I know when I first started looking, um, I that's like I was like, oh, I just have to pay like $100 and then I become a travel agent. Like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And there were like 400 agents. That's another thing you want to look for is how many agents are actually in that agency. Smaller ones, you'll get more personalized service. Larger ones, you will not get as much service. So smaller ones would be like 10 to 40, and larger ones would be like 75 and above. If they're constantly bringing on new agents, then that's a concern also because it's different if it's like a new agency. A new agency is going to keep bringing on new agents until they hit a number, but they should be able to tell you what that number is. Another thing that you want to look out for are fees. And I did a whole video already on fees, so you can go back and check that out. But the fee should be, in that $35 to $50 range. You don't want them to be too much more than that. They should be monthly fees. You also will have a one-time like startup fee. Nothing under under $500 is probably reasonable for that. You should be getting stuff for that. Also, again, you can go look at what your dues pay for that video, and I kind of talk about that stuff there. So those are big things that you want to like look out for. And I would say the biggest thing to look out for is when you're doing your interview process, what is it that is making you like this company or not liking this company. So when you're doing the interview, you are doing an interview, but you're also kind of seeing how it is. Do they show up on time? Do they ask you questions? Or do they just say how it works and this is how you pay and that's it? Do they talk about training programs? Do they talk about any goals that they might have? Some places will say you have to meet X amount of goal in order to stay our agent. So you need to know if that kind of pressure is what's for you. You don't have to have sales goals. I'm just letting you know. People will like obviously the agency owner is going to want you to make money, but you have to kind of weigh that in. If you're a seasoned person, you might want specific sales goals. But if they're giving like lots of prizes, like, oh, if you make this sales goal, then we'll give you this prize. I'd be weary, because then you're kind of it's more a competition. Um, it works out a lot better if you all work together. In the travel agency that I work for, Carry on the Magic, we all work together. We all want to talk to each other, work together, help each other out. It's not a you against them thing. We definitely all have our specialty. Um, like, I haven't been to Disneyland in a long time. I can't sell Disneyland to people as much as I would love to. I just can't do it. So I have to always, pass that off to someone else who is a Disneyland expert, and that's totally fine. Who cares? Because it all comes back to you. So the big you can ask to talk to an agent. I've been asked many times to talk to people who are interested in becoming a travel agent with our agency, and I previously worked with another agency, and I talked to people all about what it was like and things that they enjoyed or did not enjoy or things to look out for. Like, I'm a teacher, so a lot of times if another teacher comes on, I talk about what it's like to be a teacher and be a travel agent at the same time. So you should have some access to someone to talk to them, because it's a two-way process. The agency should be selling themselves to you, and you should be selling yourself to the agency. And if it's really not working out, if you are a travel agent and you are in a situation, you can get out of it and you can move on to a place that will make you happy. Okay. You are allowed to be happy and you don't need to stick something out, just because someone told you you should. So get out, do something that makes you happy, and do that. So go look for that travel agency, use that Google. It's very helpful. And yeah, please stay. I'm going to be live every day in July. So please come back. There's going to be videos every single day. I try and schedule them out so you can see them on the YouTube channel. So if you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, you will get more information about when we go live. So I will see you tomorrow on Learning